the meat of what we want to talk about tonight. So, as you know, the Biden-Harris administration has been in office about 3.5 years. We see some people saying out here, "Oh, it'd be historic to get this," I'm saying black adjacent, and then those words I'm using, woman in the White House. It'll be historic. I'm like, she's been in the White House for the past 3.5 years. What would be so historic about that, for one? But two, one thing that Vice President Kamala Harris is sticking to is benign neglect. She's not even responding to anything about her identity. She ain't responding to it. She's not mentioning black folks at all. She's not saying anything, right? She has a policy of benign neglect, but she don't even have any policies about. Well, you know what? Let's go to. Hold on. Let's go back to it. We're back to Policy Watch on the the Harris Waltz website. And ladies and gentlemen, it's changed. Oh my Lord, it's changed. Now it says Harris Waltz. And the first thing you see is, give me more and more money. Okay, even though this woman has got a lot of money, why you asking me for more money? All right, so they changed it a little bit. They changed the color scheme up here still, so give me some money. But now you can not only meet, Kamala, now let's meet Tim. That's a different change. So now you can go through all his stuff here and read through everything. And now see, this is so disinformation. I just looked at this. Trump and Vance are committed to their extreme and dangerous Project 2025 agenda that will roll back Americans' rights and freedoms. They still putting out disinformation about Project 2025. Please watch my podcast tonight. We're going to go into that a little bit more and why they keep doing that. Another thing they keep doing, they all went and sat down and said, okay, we're going to call the other side weird. And now you notice they all saying the term weird now. I mean, are we in high school? Are we in elementary? We're using the term weird. I mean, listen, I could clown you and use a whole lot of words without saying the word weird about somebody. You know what I'm saying? And y'all out here writing down and calling people weird. I mean, y'all can read through this. I'm just showing y'all what has changed on the site. So let me go back here. So you can read through that if you like to. Take action is still the same. That hasn't changed. Still no policies, ladies and gentlemen. Store is there. Okay, it's Harris Waltz now. Okay, that's kind of what has changed. Who wants to buy? Do y'all really want to buy this mug? I mean, I guess you can if you look. And her in what, high school, whatever. I guess whatever. It's your money. At the bottom down here, you can work with them. They got a lot of jobs. If you need a job with Kamala Harris, there you go. She got a lot of jobs for you. Communications. What's the other one I saw up here? Not communications, but it was, where is it at? Mobilization. And so she said she needs a platforms manager. She wants somebody for Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. She wants somebody for Instagram stories, Reels, and Snapchat. She wants somebody for X and Threads, and wants somebody for YouTube. Boy, I tell you, when you got that much money. Look, then they want the black voter outreach, the Hispanic voter outreach. Well, where's the white voter outreach? Where's the Asian voter outreach? Why only blacks and Hispanics? That don't make sense to me. I mean, you should have an outreach for everybody, right? So we're just kind of looking at all this that she got going on. You can go through this and read all this, right? If you would like, okay? So let's go back up here. Let's go back to the website. And then, but one thing that we keep looking for, ladies and gentlemen, she still hasn't had no policies. No what we're fighting for, what we want, anything. No policies, ladies and gentlemen. You're supposed to be voting for what? A black adjacent woman, that's it? And that's all we voting for? Okay. So we, ladies and gentlemen, that's Policy Watch for the night. So to me, I don't take you seriously if you're not going to put up any policies. Sorry, as a voter, I can't take you seriously. So as you see the bottom of the screen here, would Black Americans be better off if we had received Trump's platinum plan? Now, what we're about to do here is let's think about where we're at today as Black Americans financially. At the end of the day, it's all about financial. It's not about your religion. It's not about your feelings. It's about finances. Finances will have you homeless. Finances will have you without a car. Finances will have you without lights. Finances will not allow you not to have food in your stomach. It's finance, finance, finance. The economy, the economy, the economy. Okay? Period. All that side quest stuff that the Democrats do, don't put food on the table, don't pay a bill. Talking about the LGBT, don't pay none of these lights. Talking about immigration, don't pay a single internet bill. Talking about unaliving children in the womb, will not put in it a morsel of food in your mouth or mine. And that's what the Democrats are focused on. Black people, you better be focused on the economy, the economy. Energy prices you need to be focused on. Food prices, interest rates. We need to grow up here as Black Americans. I'm not saying you're not, but we need to grow up. The Democrats, what they love to do is get you into emotion. And this, at least if I'm going to get emotional, let it mean something. What they get you emotional about, you know why you stay at the bottom? Because you're getting emotional about things that you can't even spend. This is bottom line. You got black folks that want to vote for her just because in their mind she's a black woman. Not that she's going to do anything to make their lives better, but she's just a black woman. That's it. Now, I'm not saying that I think that about her, but she don't. She said we played her saying she's Indian. Even when she's being called out about her identity, all she had to do is step on the microphone and say, "Nah, I am a proud black." She didn't say anything like that. Because it's like what Donald Trump said. She don't respect it. I believe that now. Because look, what a person says about themselves or don't say about themselves it says a lot too. But see, the DNC's told her, don't answer those questions. Don't answer those questions because you don't want to commit to black people in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Remember, benign neglect. You got the black vote. You a black woman to them, so you got the black vote. Don't worry about it. You ain't got to do nothing for them. Your presence is enough for them. Your presence, just who you are, is enough. You got to do nothing for black people. Not a thing. Just your presence alone is all they want. They want symbolism. They don't want substance, because that's what y'all have proven to the Democrat Party. That's why they're not prioritizing you. But really, they're not prioritizing not much of nothing with her because she still don't have policies. No policies. Now, it's safe to say that black Americans and all Americans are kind of suffering right now financially. Is it safe to say that, ladies and gentlemen? Is it safe to say that? Okay, cool. Well, prior to Biden-Harris getting in office, Trump had offered the platinum plan. Around the same time, Ice Cube talked about the contract of Black America. Around the same time. And I want to go back into this platinum plan tonight, line by line, word by word, and let's just go back into it, and let's see if because a lot of black folks, I ain't want that, you know what I'm saying? They was all okay, fine. Now you got to get Biden and Harris, see how you living today. Now let's go back to that platinum plan tonight, take our time with it, and let's see if should we reject that or not, okay? Because here we all about education here, right? Education. So let's go ahead and put this up on the screen here. All right, we're gonna take our time through it, and let's just see what's up. So give me a second. All right. So the platinum plan. Now it said opportunity. About achieving historic employment levels for black Americans As well as increasing access to capital for new businesses, President Trump has been committed to ensuring all black Americans can achieve the American dream. See, the Democrats won't even say the term black Americans. Or if they say black, they got to say minorities, people of color, all that. Security. By signing into law the First Step Act, President Trump has brought common sense criminal justice reform to the American people for the first time in decades while ensuring that our streets and communities are safe for families and business owners. Prosperity. As the first president to provide long-term funding for historically black colleges and universities, the administration continues to seek immediate and generational advancement for black Americans. Fairness. It says demonstrated through his actions, it said to initiate investment into opportunity zones as well as address health disparities, wage gaps, and necessary education reforms. President Trump works every day to advance a fair and just America for the black community. Okay? Now, President Trump's promise to black America over 4 years. Increase access to capital in black communities by almost $500 billion. Let me ask you a question, just real quick. How much money has the Democrat Party, let's get back on the screen here. Where am I at? Okay, here. How much money has the Democrat Party say they was going to do for specifically for black people? And let me tell you something else they just came out with. So they came out with, all during the election, we giving historic $2 billion to black farmers. And then you start reading it, it's not just going to black farmers, it's going to black and minority farmers. That means not just black, it's going to Hispanic, it's going to Asian, it's going to white LGBT, it's going to white women, it's going to white disabled, it's going to Arabs, it's going to everybody. So what the Democrats like to do is use our face on something and say, look, black people, and then you start reading the fine print and it's not for black people. The Democrats do not commit or even say they're going to commit a certain amount of money to help out black Americans. Let's call it what it is. They don't do anything for black people. At least I can have respect for Vice President Kamala Harris. I have respect for her because she was honest. She was honest. I respect honesty. Remember this?
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
I mean, I can't be mad at her for that. She meant that, and she made sure that she stuck to it. Biden stuck to it. And if she and she's running for president, she gonna stick to that again. Listen, you can't be mad at Vice President Kamala Harris because she told you what her get down was 4 years ago. Okay, that was her get down. But a lot of you, you only wanted to vote for Biden because of her face. This woman said she's not gonna do nothing for you. Biden said, if you don't vote, you can't figure out you for me or Trump, you ain't black. I mean, both of them insulted you, and you're the. Do you understand why people don't respect black people sometimes? I mean, sometimes some things is racism, and sometimes people can't respect you. Why would you respect a group of people that will allow people to insult their whole community and they still come out and vote for them? And they will justify the insult. They justify politicians not doing nothing for them. They justify it. Let me give you examples because some of you can't relate.
Let me tell you, they will argue you down on that point. They won't answer, but what they will say, what about Trump? They always will bring up Trump. Here's the question. Trump can only do 4 years if he get back in the office. What are you going to be able to whine and say when Trump's no longer in the picture. And everything is going nuts. And you looking at yourself in the mirror and hoping that somebody who told you to wake your butt up could be looking at you and said, boy, don't you look silly? Look at yourself. Don't you look silly? When several people tried to tell you to wake up, just wake up, take Trump out of the picture and think. They won't do it. Most of them won't look at this video. Why? It's because they're afraid of being convicted, hearing the truth about themselves, and they still don't understand it. Get that? They don't understand why they stuck on, some people will say stuck on stupid. Okay? You doing something, you can't stop from doing something that's not going to benefit you, that you being insulted, but you constantly must do for them, and you know that they ain't going to do nothing for you. I had somebody to tell me that it's been like that for centuries. Okay, you've been doing the same thing for centuries, right? Nothing changes if you don't change. They don't get it. They don't want to get it. They are scared of the truth. That's the bottom line right there. They scared of the truth. And they have been brainwashed. And they can't see that either. Because looking at all of this, it's obvious. How could you not see it? It's like watching water run down the driveway into a drain. And they will tell you, no, it's not going in the drain. No, it's not going down the driveway. It's just sitting there. That's what insanity is. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting for them folks to do something different for you. When they keep telling you to your face, we ain't doing nothing for you. And you just don't get it. But like he said, if somebody come and touch your vehicle, you will get crazy with them for touching your vehicle, touching your child, whatever kind of thing, okay? But when it comes to those people who you go out and vote for, you won't stand up to them for nothing. And you figure you got power. There's no need of anybody even telling you got power, because if you can't tell yourself you got common sense, nobody need to tell you that you got power. So, it's this nuts. I'm gonna run it back a little bit, because that part needs to be heard again, okay? Because it's so silly. It's so crazy to me to hear him say it. That's not crazy to me. It's to see people's mind come out of their mouth and show you that insanity lives inside that head, and they can't see it, and they don't want to see it. But the only thing that will come out of their mouth, what about Trump? What about Trump? If you ever want to hear the sound of a choo-choo train, ask somebody on the other side something about why this and why that, here's what you're going to hear them say. They're going to sound like a train. They're going to say, Trump, 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 Trump. Cool, cool. Okay, that's them. Back to the video.
And she's running for president. She gonna stick to that again. Listen. You can't be mad at Vice President Kamala Harris because she told you what her get down was 4 years ago. Okay, that was her get down. But a lot of you, you only want to vote for Biden because of her face. This woman said she's not gonna do nothing for you. Biden said, if you don't vote, you can't figure out you for me or Trump, you ain't black. I mean, both of them insulted you, and you're the. Do you understand why people don't respect black people sometimes? I mean, sometimes some things is racism, and sometimes people can't respect you. Why would you respect a group of people that will allow people to insult their whole community and they still come out and vote for them? And they will justify the insult. They justify politicians not doing nothing for them. They justify it. Let me give you examples because some of you can't relate. You know how some people feel when immigrants, no matter where they come from, they come to America, they won't win, appreciate you, and people ask questions about why you left your homeland, why you this and why you that, and some people, not all, but some people feel like, well, I can't really respect that because they ran, right? Well, that's how some people feel about you. They can't respect you or respect us because we allow too much disrespect from the Democrat Party to let a black person step on your shoe. You're ready to take their head off, literally, if they step on your shoe. If they put a hand on your car, you ready to do something to them. But that Democrat, they can disrespect your community, they can disrespect our people, it don't even matter. They don't have to commit to anything, they just have to smile with you, show up at your church, hug your babies, do whatever they gotta do, photo ops, and you still gonna come out and vote for them. And your response to it when people bring that to your attention because you know they're right, the first thing you're gonna mention is, well, what Trump gonna do? You never take responsibility for what you do. All you do is deflect. You take no responsibility. And that's why our community is in shambles, because a lot of you refuse to take personal responsibility for our community. Yes, white supremacy has, yes, it has its hand in it. But if all of us was on code, even 3/4 of us was on code, white supremacy couldn't do much. But they can do a whole lot because a lot of you wants to be comfortable in captivity. You don't want to do nothing. Trust me, you don't want to lead anything. You don't want to educate our kids. You don't really want to help our homeless population because it shows in your voting. You don't care about the safety of our children. A lot of you don't even care about reparations, to be honest with you, because this woman exposed a lot of y'all. Y'all doing all that reparations talk when Joe Biden was running, but this woman shows up, all of a sudden y'all like, I don't know about no reparations. I don't know about that. You would think the reparations talk would be louder now because of her. No, y'all got quiet. So let's get this straight. You constantly telling Joe Biden, but you're not going to tell her. It don't make more sense to tell her than Joe Biden, right? But you still giving excuses.
Right, exactly. Now, I've told some folks, I said, I'm going to tell you where your reparations is going to go. Your reparations is going to go to some people that don't even belong in this country. Okay? Understand that. That don't belong in this country. Anybody that walks into this country is going to get your reparations. And if you go ask them, they'll tell you, we ain't got no money for reparations. So that's out. Check this out. Now, if they love you so much as you believe, and I guess they may have told you, I don't know, maybe it's a video out there, if somebody had it posted, that they love them so much. When they was in power, when they controlled every single thing, if they loved you so much, why didn't they cut the check then when the Republicans couldn't stop them? You can't answer that, can you? I know you can't answer it. It's just another slap in your face, and you still can't see it or feel it, but your face red. Okay? It's crazy. I'm gonna run that back a little bit. That is crazy. You say, Dan, you've been voting for these people 70 plus years straight. You still on the bottom of the totem pole. You haven't raised up. You still on the bottom level. And anybody that comes into the country, they jump ahead of you, and you still stay in the same spot. And you can't see that what you're doing is insanity. You're wasting your time, and you can't see it. But like this man said, you are satisfied with being stuck on what some folks will say, stuck on stupid, and being a bottom feeder. You eat the waste, okay? In a fish tank, there's a fish. There's fish that's bottom feeders. They eat the waste because other fish, when they waste, it drops down to the bottom. They eat it. Bottom feeders. Okay? And nobody probably ever said that. And if your feelings hurt, okay, your feelings hurt. You're welcome to comment below. But the truth is the truth. What kind of spell are you under that you can't see the wrong in what they doing and what you doing? You're not thinking, and you're not trying to think, and you will argue somebody down to tell you that you need to think. That's crazy to me too. Back to the video.
Because of her. No. Y'all got quiet. So let's get this straight. You constantly telling Joe Biden, but you're not going to tell her. It would make more sense to tell her than Joe Biden, right? But you're still giving excuses. And you're not going to take responsibility for what you do. Listen, the beautiful thing about me, I don't have to be liked. The truth is the truth, okay? The Democrats don't even offer, they can't write down a document that say black. But when it comes to them other groups, they ain't got no problem saying Asian. No problem saying Hispanic. No problem saying East Indian, Arab. They got no problem saying any of that. But when it comes to us, it has to be black and people of color and minorities and everything else, okay? And you wonder why other groups feel entitled to get what we get. Because the Democrat Party teaches them that. So let's continue. Not gonna take long. All right. So, starting on the left-hand side, 3 million new jobs for the...
And I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna stop that right there. Because it's crazy, okay? Just pay attention to the lady running down the hallway with like her head is cut off. She asking for help, and she know why. But do you? Do you know why you need help? Because you can't figure out that you chasing behind some folks that don't care about you, but all they want is your power, and you willingly give them your power and don't ask for anything back. Even if you do ask, they so used to you wanting nothing, they're not going to give you nothing even if you ask. I got other videos on that. Yes, I got other videos on that. A person coming and saying, well, they won't help us black women get in high positions in the Democratic Party. And the person asked them, well, have you thought about changing parties? No. I'm a Democrat for life. I'm not going nowhere. I'm always gonna stay with him. That person embarrassed themselves on live TV, and they didn't even know it. Watch the lady run down the hallway. And we close on that.